Hello, gentle people. It is April 10th, and if it is not immediately obvious, I have reached new levels of laziness and am actually filming lying down in my bed. Well, I decided to be slightly more formal and sit up. But today I wanted to update you, my life. Amanda is definitely moving out. Her stuff's still here, but she's gonna come get it in a little bit, and she's gonna go live back with her parents. And I'm looking for a job, doing scholarship stuff, keeping busy, and I'm pretty sure we have 38 days left of classes. So, we can get through this together. I believe in us. What I actually wanted to talk about today is gay marriage because that is what made my survey last 15 minutes long. The first time I filmed it, when I asked myself the question, what would I do if I was president? And I started thinking about gay marriage and how I would legalize it if I were president. Because there are really two routes you can take with it. You can take the federal route or you can take the states route. And there are pros and cons to both. The federal route would just be passing a bill through Congress saying gay marriage is legal everywhere in every state with the same definition, the same rights for all couples getting married in any state, anywhere in the country. And then there'd be the states route of doing it, which would be having it legalized one state at a time, either by a bill passed through the state's Congress or by referendum, I suppose. And I think the federal route's pro is a huge one, which is that gay marriage legal everywhere all at once. It's which is obviously huge. I'm not bothering to convince anyone here that gay marriage should be legal because I know all you guys agree with me, and if anyone else who is watching this video happens to disagree, then that is a conversation for another time. But, so, pro of federal route is that gay marriage everywhere, woo, equality, yay, and the con is something I thought of based on an article that I read, which said that Ruth Bader Ginsburg, who's the most liberal justice on the Supreme Court, is worried that if gay marriage is made legal everywhere all at once, it'll do for gay marriage what Roe v. Wade did for abortion, which is that instead of making it easy for anyone to get an abortion, it fired up the opposition and turned it into a much bigger deal than it ever would have been if states had just been allowed to legalize it at their own pace. So that is a concern with gay marriage, but it's also possible that once it was legalized, people would realize that all of these things they were worried about, the sanctity of marriage, the the cornerstone of American culture or whatever, going down the drain. Obviously, none of those things are reasonable things to worry about, and the opposition would just drift away in the wind, embarrassed at their own prejudice. And, so that's the federal side of things. The state side of things, pros, are that obviously you respect states' rights, and you avoid the shitstorm that would go down if states that didn't want to legalize gay marriage yet were forced to. Cons is that gay marriage will not be legal everywhere at once. There'll still be states that don't have it. And although you can say, oh, well, gay people can, if they so choose, they can move to a state where they know they can get married to the person that they want to get married to. But, which is valid, but at the same time, you shouldn't really have to move in order to have the same rights as other people in your own country. So, it's complicated. Cons of states' route is that yeah, just I think I already said that no gay marriage everywhere all at once. I think, and then, so it is a complex issue, and my answer to it is if I were president, this is how I would handle it. I'm not sure if any of these things are actually presidential powers, but bear with me. First, I would have a definition of a nationwide definition of gay marriage set up, and it would list specifically the rights and the yes, the rights that come with gay people getting married, just all the rights of normal marriage. This is what they would be, this is what gay marriage means. And then, but before saying that anyone has to use this definition, I would say we're going to hold nationwide referendums. Every state in the country has to hold a referendum within the next year on gay marriage. And a referendum is just when you have the people vote, there's no representatives involved. So it would be a direct vote, and you would get to see exactly what the people of the state think about gay marriage. And if the state is in favor of gay marriage, then good. Gay marriage is allowed in that state, and they use the same federal definition that I already came up with, and that's how that would go. And if they weren't right, and if the state wasn't ready, and gay marriage was not voted in favor of, then fine. You don't have gay marriage yet, and maybe I'll ask for another round of referendums in 5 or 10 years. Or not me, but the next president, whatever. And I think I'd be interested to see how the votes fell. I'd be interested to see how many states legalized gay marriage in that first round, if it were more or less than I expect, because they say the statistics right now are that 60% of Americans are in favor of gay marriage, and 80% of Americans under the age of 20 or something like that are in favor of gay marriage. So it seems like if you give people the choice, there might be a lot more gay marriage spreading state by state than we would expect. And I think that would be a good way to handle it, because then you're not forcing anything on anyone that they don't want. You're literally just saying, I'm just asking you to see what your state wants. And if that's what your state wants, then that's what your state gets. And there's no interference, and I don't know if the president can actually call referendums or anything like that, but I think that would be an interesting and efficient way to solve the gay marriage problem. Let me know what you think. I'm going to put music recommendations in the comments as always. Say goodbye to Leroy. Bye, Leroy! This is my window. And I will see you all soon. Luke, do your survey. I'm watching you. I love you all. Goodbye. And I'll see you next week. Even if you think they're fucking wrong. Hi, kitty. Come here. This is my bear cat, Leroy. He's come to visit. Hi. Hi, bud. He's a bear. Don't mind him. Okay. Where was I?